Just found out that my terrible dad, who has neglected me, isn't my biological father. I'm the oldest of 4 siblings. For as long as I can remember, I've been the family ghost. Growing up, birthdays meant nothing. While my siblings got parties with their friends, cake, and piles of presents, Mom would sneak me a cupcake in my room. That was it. No candles, no singing, no dad. Christmas was worse. I'd watch my siblings tear through wrapping paper. New bikes, the latest iPhones, gaming consoles, designer clothes. Then Dad would hand me a box. Every year I'd hope for something different. Every year, socks. My sister Alyssa got a car for her 16th birthday. A brand new Honda with a bow on it. When I turned 16, I got a card. Not even a gift card, just a card. Family vacations. They'd pack up and leave me with my grandparents. And my grandparents didn't want me either. They'd call relatives to pick me up because they had plans. I'd spend the rest bouncing between family members who didn't want an extra kid. When I was home, I studied. Straight A's every semester. Made varsity track as a freshman. Won regional competitions. Got a full scholarship to State University. Dad never came to a single meet. Never asked about my grades. Never said congratulations. Meanwhile, my brother Zachary barely passed his classes. And Dad went to every single one of his football games. Even the away games 3 hours from home. I thought if I was perfect enough, he'd finally see me. Last night I came home from my warehouse shift around 11 p.m. Exhausted, just wanted to collapse. But when I opened the door, I heard voices in the living room. Mom and Dad were arguing with my Aunt Sharon about me. He should be more grateful to your husband, Sharon was saying. After everything Gregory's done for that boy. Roof over his head, food in his mouth. I froze in the doorway. They hadn't heard me come in yet. Sharon, please not tonight, Mom started. Then Dad saw me standing there. His face went completely white. Mom looked like she might throw up. And Sharon? Sharon smiled. And in comes the bastard himself. The word hit me like a physical punch. Sharon had always been cold to me. Always ignored me at family gatherings. But she'd never said it out loud before. What did you just say? My voice was shaking. Dad stepped forward. Son, let's not do this right now. Don't call me that. I cut him off. My whole body was trembling. Say it again, Sharon. I want everyone in this room to hear what you just called me. She crossed her arms. You heard me perfectly fine. Something inside me snapped. 23 years of being invisible. Of begging for scraps of attention while my siblings got everything. Of wondering every single day what I did wrong. This is what I should be grateful for. I looked directly at Dad. For being ignored my entire life? For watching you spoil them with everything they ever wanted while I got nothing? For spending every Christmas alone in my room while you played happy family downstairs? For never, not once, being good enough no matter what I did? You're not even his son! Sharon screamed, her face red. You're not his blood! You're not his responsibility! He didn't have to do anything for you! The room went completely silent. I could hear the clock ticking on the wall. I looked at Dad. The man I'd called Dad for 23 years. My hands were shaking so badly I had to clench them into fists. Is that true? He wouldn't meet my eyes. Just stared at the floor, his jaw tight, and whispered, I'm sorry. 2 words. That's all I got. 2 words for 23 years of pain. I turned to Mom. She had tears streaming down her face but didn't say a single word. Didn't confirm it, didn't deny it. Just stood there crying silently. I don't remember walking to my room. I just remember collapsing on the floor next to my bed, my whole body shaking. 23 years. Every award I won, hoping he'd hang it on the fridge like he did with my siblings. Every test I aced, hoping he'd say he was proud. Every night I stayed up wondering why he hated me, what I did wrong, how I could fix it. It was never about being good enough. I could never be good enough because I wasn't his. I was never his. Mom found me on the floor an hour later, still crying, barely able to breathe. She didn't try to explain, didn't try to justify anything. Just sat on the floor next to me with her back against the bed until I finally cried myself to sleep. This morning I called in sick to work for the first time in 2 years. I've barely left my room, can barely function. Every time I close my eyes, I see all those moments differently now. The way he'd smile at Zachary's C's but ignore my A's. The way he'd hug my sisters goodbye before school but walk past me like I was furniture. The way he'd introduce people to my kids at church and somehow the count never included me. The way he looked at them with love and looked at me with nothing. I spent my entire life trying to earn love from someone who was never going to give it because in his mind, I wasn't his to love. I was just the reminder of Mom's mistake. And the worst part? Some twisted, pathetic part of me still wants to make him proud. Still wants him to look at me once, just once, the way he looks at them.